Hello and welcome to another episode of the workshop, South Lanarkshire Refugee Digital Climate Change Workshop, where we'll be talking about everything concerning climate change and how we can embrace climate change and what we can do to embrace climate change and what we can do to prevent the effects, the negative effects of the climate change. And today I have a wonderful person who's well trained. He's a community ambassador. He loves everything within the community. He's very hardworking within the community in Scotland here, and he's been trained by Beautiful Scotland. It's an agency of Scotland. Scottish government that helps to tackle climate change. He's been trained to be an ambassador, so he's very, very knowledgeable with regards climate change, and he'll be the one to facilitate this workshop with us today. And I'm talking of no other person than Mr. Suleiman Sayang. I hope I pronounced the name correctly. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm fine. First and foremost is Mr. Suleiman Sanyang.
Sanyang. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I was trying to get that pronunciation clearly. How you doing? How's it today?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How you doing?
Yeah, great, great. It's good to have you here. I know you are very much rooted into anything that has to do with the African communities here in Scotland, and I know you are very well trained in the climate change and what people can do to embrace climate change. And so that's why I know you're an expert in this topic, energy efficiency, and I would like you to, just take us through what you think people can do in their homes or offices or wherever they are to try and be more energy efficient. So, together we can all save the planet. And before we go on, I just want to try and encourage people that are watching us live now to please try and share these links, share this link, and try and tag your friends so that they can see this, and everybody can, together we can play our part and make sure we are all saving the planet. And I think, as it's our tradition, we start from taking what people are saying online. There's greetings coming in. Angel Raphael says more grace and grease to your elbows. Thank you very much. Patience Joseph, good evening. Patience, how are you? Um, Alake Johnson, hi everyone. Hi, good evening. We have Linda here today as well. So, good evening, everybody. I think that's it so far. Please, Linda, Alake Johnson, Patience Joseph, and Angel Raphael, help us to share these links as you're watching so that more people can be involved as well. Yeah, so Mr. Suleiman,
Yes. Yeah,
energy efficiency, climate change.
it's a it's a pleasure of for being here and share the little knowledge I have from my training as a climate change agent. Um, I was trained, yes, in collaboration with NSI, Home Energy Scotland, and Keep Scotland Beautiful. Um, yes, I have some bit of knowledge about energy efficiency, but if you say energy efficiency is a very big and wide topic. But
Yeah.
today we're gonna narrow it down to home energy efficiency. But if you can put up the slide, I've sent it to you as I've tailor it down.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So as I say, energy, if you say energy efficiency is big, it entails many things. It might be from home, from your activity outside home, you know. But today we're gonna base on the home energy efficiency, how we can save energy at home at the same time save some money in our pocket. As I coined this slogan, when I was working with NSI on Afro Caribbean climate change program, I coined this slogan, like, a healthy environment is healthy living. So how can we achieve a healthy environment is by reducing our carbon footprint. So how can we be able to reduce our carbon footprint? That is entangled with reducing our energy use. Can you give me the next slide, please?
Our energy use. Yep.
Yes. Yes. So now that's the thing. What is energy efficiency? So if you want to define it, it simply means basically to doing doing less of consuming the same energy as you are doing before. So basically, it's just telling you, you can cut your energy use. If I say energy, for example, let me define. If I say energy, so I'm sure that people can understand what if I mean. If I mean energy, if you don't know energy, what I mean is like the electricity you use to power your house, or if you have a gas gas as well. These two are called energy or fossil fuel. But today I'm talking, I'm basing this workshop based on these two energy, which is electricity and gas.
Okay, before you continue, I just want to encourage people. So if you have another understanding of energy efficiency, please drop it in the comments and let us know what you feel, what is your own idea of what is energy efficiency, and probably the sources of energy. Though our facilitator is limiting it to okay, somebody okay, good evening. Okay, somebody's saying good evening. Yes, so what is energy efficiency? I think we've got Raphael. Energy efficiency to me means using energy moderately. Okay. What do you
Yeah,
feel, Mr.
exactly.
Sayan?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's all the same thing. You understand? Basically, okay, using it moderately, like okay, in a simple language, using your energy wisely. You
Yes.
understand? Use it wisely. So okay, by paying attention on your energy and energy consumption, you becoming aware of how much you are consuming. By being aware of your consumption of energy, then you become aware of how much you are spending on your energy. So
Mm-hmm.
now for you to be paying attention, and then to be able to use it wisely, like the brother says there, or brother or sister, you know, you know, you know,
Yeah,
yeah,
Raphael.
modestly, yes, that simply the number defines it. Which mean because okay, energy efficiency, it can mean like basically doing less. So in some other sense, in a simple term, also is reducing how you use your energy. Like for
Mm-hmm.
example, okay, you can walk into someone's house. You find that okay, television is on, mobile phone is been charged at at another charging port. Maybe okay, the fridge is on. You understand? The heating is on. So, but if you are paying attention on these things, and you are able to coordinate coordinate them properly, it can able to help you to reduce your energy consumption, and which will reflect on reducing how much you are spending on energy. Because
So
this go ahead.
no, what I wanted to say is when you said if you walk into a house, the TV might be on, the fridge is on, the phone is charged and it's still plugged. And sometimes you will see that the TV might be on and nobody's actually watching it.
Exactly.
Maybe
So
the person is
or
somewhere
sometimes,
else.
yeah, and sometimes also, this way, okay, now let me, okay, there are a couple of steps, whereby, if we pay attention on those things, we ourselves can, can reduce our energy consumption, and we can able to, put that money we are putting into the energy to some other uses. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Although okay, towards the end of the thing, okay, the government also have a program of helping people also, because they've also come with a policies how to tackle this. This policy was passed in 2019. Okay, give me the next slide.
Okay, before we go, I think somebody also gave us her own understanding of energy efficiency. Energy efficiency means using less energy to get the same job done, and in the process,
The,
cutting
the
energy bills
energy
and
bills and
reducing
reducing
pollution.
pollution. Exactly.
Yes,
So that's
yes.
what I mean. We have to reduce our carbon footprint. That means the pollution, because everything going down to take you back to where I say a healthy environment leads to healthy living. You understand?
Healthy environment leads to healthy living. Yes,
Exactly. So how
can't
can we
argue
achieve?
less.
So how can we achieve this healthy environment? Is by reducing our carbon footprint, which is the pollution.
Mhm.
How can we reduce this, carbon footprint in some other way, some we call pollution? Is by reducing our energy use. That's where this energy efficiency come into play. And above all, we can see the results, reflecting in our pocket by reducing the amount of money now we'll be spending on our energy.
And I think
But then,
that's another big plus, because you get to save or to spend that money on another thing that is more useful to you rather than you just throwing it away on paying energy bills.
yeah,
Okay, you asked for the next slide, yeah?
yeah. Give me the next slide. Yes.
Yes.
As you can, okay, there is it's still continuation, okay, but there are many ways of reducing our carbon footprint in some other ways, being energy efficient. You understand? Which is okay. Number one,
Mm-hmm.
which is roof installations. The heat loss in a dwelling. Majority of them, happens, through the roof. If at all, somebody, okay, somebody living in a property or a dwelling, that is, like a bungalow or a house. It is advisable for you to have, a solid installation on your roof. Okay, this, I'm a laying down, roof installation could cost you very little. On a loft installation, for an average detached house costs £300, and it could save you as much as £750 on your bills after 5 years, and about 610 kilograms of carbon per year.
Wow.
So you see
Wow.
how
Wow. Wow.
so if you happen to live in a
Okay, on
house,
yeah, I just wanted to quickly bring in some comments as well.
yes,
I think just on the last one, some energy efficiency is the amount of energy you use to provide power. Mm. What do you feel
uh,
about that?
not really. Energy efficiency is okay. Yeah, like I said, you need to be okay. First and foremost, you need energy to power your household. But energy
Hmm.
efficiency cannot be, cannot be defined as, I don't think, is that's the right definition of, to power and to provide energy for you, power for you. Yes, it can be, but how?
Yeah, it's still the energy you use to provide your power,
Yes,
but
but
using
it
it
better
in a
define
moderate
how.
or in a responsible. Yeah, the how. Okay.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Okay,
Ireti
okay.
Fola Shade also give our point. Energy efficiency means using less energy to get the same job done. Okay, I think yeah, that's
Yep, yep.
yes, that's and then I think Linda says many products, homes, buildings use more energy than they actually need through inefficiencies and energy waste. Yes, I think
Exactly. Yeah.
you might even be
There's a
going to this point as well at some point. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, like I said to you, first and foremost, okay, we lose energy. No matter no matter how good practice you have in the house. If you happen to be living in a house that okay, like you are not living in a flat, or you are living in a property that, okay, whereby okay, the roof of that building is on top of you directly. So it's advisable for you to get that roof insulated. You understand?
Yep.
Because a lot of heat escape through the roof. So by having this a roof insulation might cost you a little, you know, like I said, you're talking about at around, let's say, 500, 300 pounds, but it could save you about 750 pounds after 5 years,
Wow.
and you can able to cut 610 kilogram of carbon per year. You understand?
Yep.
So another practice of putting practicing energy efficiency is something that we are not basically we don't pay attention to, like keeping your eyes on small details, on small things.
And it's usually those small things that counts because they always
That
add up.
costs us money, like things like leaving your switches on.
Okay.
You understand? People think that okay, your switch on the wall, you just leave it on, it doesn't matter. Yes, electricity is leaking and it's marking on your bill, and that energy is just is just being used for nothing. You just that just basically you are just causing pollution.
For a long time, I always argued that thought that if nothing is plugged into the switch, but you leave
Yes,
the switch on,
yes,
how is energy being wasted?
because on the plug, the socket is serving on and off. It's
Yes.
having a circuit break there, whereby if it is on, the brake lift the gap, then the electricity flows. So if nothing is plugged
Okay.
on it and it's been on, the energy leaking in your environment. So that's why it has that on and off. If it is not in
Which is
use,
even too. If you leave it on, there's two dangers there. You're losing money, and you're also leaking electricity to the environment.
exactly, you are causing pollution.
Whereas if you just take the pain to switch it off, you're
It
saving the
doesn't
planet and saving your money.
exactly.
Wow,
So
that's
it's these
that's
small details.
powerful.
And also, okay, like for example, making a cup of tea. You understand? If
Hmm.
you making okay, let's say well, it's an African habit. I used to have that habit, like making a cup of one cup of tea. I'll fill up my kettle. You
And
understand?
you only
So
need
why
one cup.
exactly? So I don't need that much water in my kettle to get it to boil all that water. Imagine the amount of energy that
Mm,
will be used to get that that lot of water we boil for just one cup
mhm,
of tea.
mm,
So use the right amount of water in your kettle.
mm.
Also, you are saving the water as well.
Wow, these are powerful. These are powerful. Somebody, Ireti, dropped a comment as well. Energy efficiency, what she feels energy efficiency means. Energy efficiency means using less energy to perform the same task, that is eliminating energy waste. That is eliminating energy waste. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yep. She's right. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so
So
yeah, I know
so
I
small
caught you
details
there.
like when making cup of tea, and like something. like leaving your, like for example, if your tap is leaking, like for example, you close your tap, it's not tight enough, start dripping,
Hmm.
start dripping. That also consume energy. We don't know, but it consume energy. You understand? So you need to address that because it's gonna hurt your
So
pocket.
the efficiency is in the little things.
Little things. Like for example, okay, we go in, okay, we go in a shower. You understand? If your habit is when you get into that shower, you can't come out. Get yourself a timer.
You're talking to me, you know. I love my long showers.
And
But
the advice,
since my involvement with the climate change, and I've been putting more, I've been paying more attention to what we do, because it's so easy to think climate change, or it's not me, or I don't have, there's nothing I can really do about it. It's about the other guys, the other big
everybody,
guys, or the big companies, or the government. But in the essence of it, a lot can be done from our own actions. Like, you know, because
everybody do your
when we
bit.
got the exactly when we got the thing that reads, that shows you how much you spent. That's how I know that having shower here in this country can be very costly.
Of
You can have a
course,
shower, and by the time you look at the meter, it has added £1.
yeah. So spending more time on in the shower costs you money.
Yeah, yeah.
You understand? Use less water. It's better. And like I said, like I was talking about, the kettle earlier on, if you can, look for the eco kettles, it's better.
Echo kettles.
Yeah. And then change your your bulbs to LED lights, the LED bulbs, these energy saving bulbs.
Mm, mm.
You understand? Small
Okay.
things like that. Small things like that. And even also paying attention on on how you using your energy, like setting up your thermostats. You understand? Thermostats is where you regulate your heating.
Yep.
Small things like bleeding your heaters. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, all these things contribute to energy efficiency.
Raphael dropped a nugget here. Energy efficient use of energy will save money and also responsibility, not government.
Yeah,
I think we
he's
all have to play our parts here.
yes, indeed, he is right. He is very right. People think like, okay, some people say, oh, climate change, I cannot do. No, it's everyone's responsibility. You understand? It's everyone's responsibility. Everybody do your bit. Like I said, the small things are okay in a household.
Hmm.
Okay, if I
Hmm.
if I pay attention and I keep good, good energy practice in my house, you the same thing. Somebody else does the same thing. You understand? In our household alone, we can cut a lot of carbon carbon waste. You understand? Let's start with small things at first. Let's be energy efficient at home. Then we can for me that's why I'm saying it. Let's be energy efficient at home first. Then we can move out to our mode of travel. Travel and travel and things like that. You understand? Okay. I'll give the other thing is, the
Yeah.
other practice of being energy efficient is, wall installation. You understand? Okay, maybe okay. This might not be very
Wall
could be relevant.
insulation. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, wall installation. Yes. The walls can be, a cavity wall or a solid wall. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, okay, if you see, okay, you see builders building a house, you can see, okay, they're building, they're built, one, row of blocks here, and another one there. Then it has a small wall, a small gap, and they fill the gap in between. That's called the cavity wall.
Yeah.
You understand? Then the solid block is the big blocks, and mainly those are the Victorian buildings. Cavity wall is more of the most recent ones you see. You understand? So this wall installation also,
Yep.
if you don't have a proper wall installation, you get heat leakage. And this heat leakage, will be reflected in your pocket, because you want to be, this gonna keep you, putting on your heating on continuously. You thinking that you
Mm-hmm.
are heating you trying to heat up and warm up your property. You understand? But the majority of it
Yeah.
is kept. So it's very important, whether you are a private, you are a private property owner, or you are in a rental dwelling. Make sure you are aware of this thing also, to make sure the wall is properly insulated. Ask ask your if you are buying the property, ask the agent you are buying the property from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then also, if you are renting a property from a private landlord, ask the landlord, is the wall is properly been installed. He should know. You understand? Because you are doing all those things, to come,
Mm-hmm.
to cut unnecessary spendings in your pocket. You understand? This, the cavity wall,
Yep. Yep.
could save, as much as 310 pounds in a heating bills, and one
Wow.
point and 1.1 ton of carbon in a year. Single dwelling.
That's a lot of savings. That's a lot of savings.
You understand?
So it just makes sense for us to try and be more energy efficient and embrace some of the tips that has been shared on this during these workshops. And
Yeah.
we should try. Everybody watching, please do us a favor. Just share these videos on your social media so that other people can get to know. Because, to be honest, since getting involved with climate change and taking interest in trying to save the planet, it has actually helped me even within the home to save more, because now I'm more aware of where the energy is going. Even just by dialing, as you said, the thermostat, the thing on the heating, just by dialing it one notch down a bit, you see the
Yeah,
difference in your bill,
exactly.
and you won't actually even get cold. You won't feel you won't feel the cold that much. And for those also in warm temperatures as well, I think even
Yeah, usually,
if you embrace the natural breeze.
if you set it usually between, 18 degrees Celsius and 21 degrees Celsius, you know,
Mm,
that can, that's very,
that
that's
that that can do the job.
that can do the
Yeah.
job. You know what I mean? And also, you can do something like, a drought, drought proofing. This is based on, like, on your windows and doors.
Hmm.
This is another path of, how we lose energy. So you can implement draft proofing, by, filling up the gaps on your windows and your doors to prevent, the energy from escaping.
From escaping outside or from the cold air coming in.
Exactly. It's either ways. You understand? And by doing this, you can save about 95 pounds in a year, a year, and 330 kilograms of carbon. You understand?
Okay, some new comments have dropped on Facebook as well. Another way to be energy efficient is by creating awareness, just like what you are doing
Hmm.
right now, because many households do not know what they are doing is actually affecting the environment apart from the excess money spent by them. That is so true because as I
Hmm.
said, even ourselves we're getting to learn more from these workshops because some of the tips you guys share from the audience is quite helpful as well, and I take them on board and I practice some of them as well. So please, in return, just help us share this video, so that more people can get to see it, and together we are working together to save the planet. Um, Using less of electrical energy and more natural energy, especially during the day. That is so true. But
Quite right.
in yeah, very 100% so true. But
On
in
the very Yeah.
what of in circumstances where the natural energy, okay, maybe during the
No,
day,
what it
maybe
means, in this sense, like, for example, like a day like today, we have, it's a daylight on.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Instead of, okay, okay, if you do your washing, for example, instead of, hanging them on your radiators, go and hang them outside. Instead of putting your lights on, open your windows or open your curtains, open your blinds, let the natural air come in. So let the natural lighting come in. You
Mm-hmm,
understand?
mm-hmm,
Instead of, having your curtains, closed, and then, the light is on, you can easily save an energy. Instead of, burning that light, you take advantage of the natural
mm.
light. You understand?
Okay, there's a question for you, Mr. Suleiman.
Mm.
How do we create more awareness, especially to those who don't have access to digital media like phones and through social media?
Well, there are many
That
ways. It's not only digital media we can able to do this. You understand? It's not only the only mode of communication. You understand?
yeah.
Okay, we have some people. Okay, like for example, okay, I'm sharing this idea with you. You can also share with somebody, maybe not either by through chatting with this person, dropping the message to him, or maybe send them a normal text message to somebody. You understand? Because together we can do this. This job cannot be done by one person. It's about, we have, it's like a relay. I pass the information on you. You also pass it on somebody else. That also pass it on to somebody else. You understand? So, by saving
Is
the
the
climate,
community.
is exactly. So, in some other sense, that's why this, calling the world as a global village makes sense to me in this aspect. You understand? We all come together as a global community by sharing the idea. One person gave it to you. You
Sharing
also take it
information.
upon yourself. Share it to next man. And that also share it with the next man. We don't have to be. Everything doesn't have to be on the social media, or you know what I mean. We
And the
can
truth
use,
and the truth with this, yeah, the truth about this whole thing is we're trying to not the idea is not to capture everyone, because that was what I was guilty about before, before now. I used to think,
Mhm.
okay, climate change, what can only me do when there are others, you understand? But the whole
Mhm.
idea is, now that you've got the information, now that you've engaged with this, and I know that you are aware because you've dropped some very useful tips yourself since you've been part of this workshop, you can now see another person who's not been part of this workshop or who doesn't come online, help tell the person some of the things you've taken on board from here, or even by our actions. We don't even need to tell somebody. We, even in the house, or you walk to a house, you are there, you see the light is on, you see switches on, you can, and they are not there using it, you can switch it off, and they will learn from you. They will see that, okay, this guy is always doing this. Somebody might even question, oh, why do you? And then you teach them, you enlighten them on what to do. So I think the step by step. So now that some
Mhm.
people are on the digital space, they take it on board and take it to those that are not in the digital space as well. So as Mr. Sayang said, we keep passing the information and we make the world a global village. So that the global village in the sense that everybody is connected via information. So
Yeah.
there's another comment. With the help of energy efficiency, more money will be saved. Power supply will even be regulated and utilized effectively. Yes.
Yes, quite right.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm still talking about, the drought proofing. Yeah,
Yes.
which is based on, your doors mainly on windows. But the advisable and the sensible thing is for one to get, a double glazing. Okay, still now, okay, if you are in a private property, you can ask for double glazing. So you can invest into double glazing. You understand? Or
Hmm.
if you are in a rented, private property, or in a rented property, ask your, landlord to provide you the double glazing windows. This also, help a lot. It save a lot of energy, and it prevent a lot of energy leakage. And the important, one of the important practice also is having, upgrading your boiler. Yes, using an, old and inefficient boiler costs a lot of money. You understand? So
But is this
I
not where
think,
people would think, oh, I don't have money to buy a new boiler?
yes, there are bodies there to help you. I will get to that. But
And I
the
think in
but
the
the
long
thing
run, what you will save would even cover. Yeah, go on.
the thing is, okay, by, by, okay, changing your boiler, having an efficient, A grade, boiler, you can able to save about, 200 and 240 pounds a year on your bill. If you have, the A rated, condensing ones, that's good. So people should pay attention to that. If you having an oil boiler, find a way to change it to have, the A rated ones. It can do the job well with less energy.
Yep.
Changing a boiler to an, the other thing also can be, but mainly that applies to private owners, like the solar panel. You understand? Which is, okay, it entails of, one of investment, but it can help you to cut a lot of energy. You understand? But also, the thing also is, when you are small things like, when you are doing, doing a washing, for example, make sure your washing machine is full. Okay, we do this. Okay, I used to have that, bad habit. Maybe okay, I go ahead. Okay, maybe okay, I have like let's say two, three trousers. I feel like okay, they are dirty and two tops. I throw them and run my washing machine because I don't want to see my dirty clothes lying around. You understand? So I'm continuously washing. You understand? And even the washing machine also, if you can wash with a cold water, it's better, and it's more energy efficient than washing your clothes without the hot water.
The warm water.
The hot or warm water. You understand? If you I mean, if you have the opportunity of hanging your washing outside instead of hanging them on your radiator, covering them, hang them outside. It's better.
Which was one of the points that somebody said use more of natural energy
Thank
than
you.
the electrical energy.
So all this thing, all this thing helps. Small things like this, that we can do at home by ourselves. You understand? Will make a big impact on our bills. Give me next slide. Okay. Now you were asking me, okay, some people might be thinking of, oh, I don't have the money of spending money, let's say to get a new boiler. This is the keep Home Energy Scotland is a government agency. That is set up to help people, because Scottish government have passed the Scottish Parliament have passed a bill in
Mhm.
2019, whereby they realized that people's energy use has contributed a lot to basically the growth of poverty. So they passed a bill that like every household, if you spending 10% of your household income, you are classified as energy poor. If you are spending 20% and above of your household income, you are classified as extremely energy poor. So they come in this scheme. So by 2040, they want to eradicate energy poverty.
Mm.
So by achieving this energy poverty, to me, I think by practicing this energy efficiency in place will contribute a lot to that. So now this
Mm.
agency is there to help. If you calculate your household income and compare it to how much you are spending on your bill, if you fall like you are spending about 10% and above, contact Home Scotland, Home Energy Scotland, and seek for help. If you are having an old boiler, contact Home Energy Scotland and seek for help. You understand? Okay, but for drought, for drought people like you don't have double glazing windows. For that one, you have to if you are in a housing associates property, you need to talk to your landlords to get that.
It's your landlord.
Yes,
Yeah.
if you are in a private land, basically your landlord. You understand? Okay, if you are in your own private property, yet still for this one also for double glazing, contact double Home Energy Scotland
Home energy
for help.
Scotland. Okay.
Yes, and for solar panels also, if you are in a self could that apply to mainly of the private property owners, or maybe some people? Well, if you want to have a solar panel on your property, also get in touch. Basically, if you think that okay, you need help on anything based on your energy, get in touch with Home Energy Scotland. That's their number there, which is 08 08 808 2282, or you can get in touch with them homeenergyscotland.org. Reach out to them These government schemes are there to help people. Basically, it's all about by 2040, the government want to eradicate energy poverty in Scotland.
Okay, I think there's a comment as well for you. How does energy efficiency contribute to economic growth? Hmm.
Yes, I mean that's basically is self-explanatory. You
Mm.
understand? If you become energy efficient in your household, first and foremost, number one, you understand, you are reducing the amount of money you are spending on your energy, which is, for example, like electricity or gas. Like, for example, okay, if you are used to be spending, let's say, £100 on your energy every month, then now you become, energy. I mean, you start practicing, this energy efficient, good, good energy practice in your household. So now,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let's say tentatively, your energy, okay, now you break down, okay, every month you are saving, let's say, £30. You understand? So basic. Okay, no, don't check the number as that small, but in an economic term, you are having some savings in your pocket, whereby that money can either be saved or can either go into another use.
And that is per person or at least per household. So times multiplied by different
Yeah.
people, different households, you can
Thank
see
you.
that that money it's economically, makes sense.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sayang, Mr. Suleiman Sayang. Really appreciate the time you've put in, the effort you've put into this. Really appreciate it. For those that are just joining us, this is or that don't know what this whole workshop is all about, it's about climate change and it is the South Lanarkshire Refugee Digital Climate Change Project, whereby we're talking to people of African descent, of refugees, that just to create awareness about climate change and how we can embrace climate change and the things that we can do. And this project is being 100% funded by the National Lottery Community Fund. We want to say thank you to them for putting the effort in for us to be able to talk about climate change and embrace it and be able to create awareness around this stuffs. So again, Mr. Sayan, thank you
Yep.
very much. And I believe we're still going to have you another time before the end of this whole project so that you can still share more knowledge with us and, give us more insights, some of the things that you know that some of us might not know, or some things that we know as well, but that we are not actually practicing. Because sometimes people know, it's just
Basically,
that,
this thing is like, when I was doing my training and they were saying, things, I said, how? You understand? It's like you know it, but you're not paying attention on it.
yeah.
You understand? Until
Mm.
somebody like tap you, say, hey, look, that's it, said, do this. It will save you this and that and that.
You just wasted £200 there. Like,
Yeah, like example, like okay, me as an African, we always argue, okay, if the not many people are aware of that, okay, by leaving your switch on the wall on, you are throwing you are basically you are accumulating your money together and you are setting it to fire.
mm, mm. The
You are
explanation
losing.
you gave just made a lot of
Yeah,
sense,
you are losing money, number one, and number two, you are polluting the environment. You understand? So simple things like that. Okay, making a cup of tea, one cup of tea, you fill up the kettle. Maybe having that lazy tendency of, okay, I don't want to be feeling my kettle on and on. You understand? So one water, you keep on boiling it, making tea, and then go and boil it. Just use the amount of water that's needed. Simple.
Mm.
But
I
the
think to
but
be honest,
but the most important thing is, in here, the energy consumption is highly mainly on heating.
heating, yeah,
Yes.
that's the one that takes the highest.
Yes. Heating. Okay, there are different type of radiators. There are, those ones, I call them tractors. Those people, the storage heaters. You understand? If you have those ones, get in touch with Keep Scotland Beautiful and get it changed. You understand?
Mm, mm.
Heating is expensive. So, by paying attention on your thermostats, and also I forget about this thing also is, by switching, your electricity. You have the digital meter in your household. That will also, because now you are seeing it, you are paying attention, and it's making you being aware.
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
You
I'm a
understand?
living I'm a living witness to that. Yeah, because you
Because
see the figures and you're like, mm-mm.
yeah, yeah.
we have to
Exactly.
we have to bring this thing down.
But then this thing has to come down. Quite right.
So you recommend people should switch to digital.
Most definitely.
What's it called again? Yes,
Meet.
digital meter, so that they see what they're spending.
Yeah. At least,
Thank you
now
so
you see.
much. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. It's been really, really helpful. We really appreciate the time you've put into this. And, we just want to say thank you for your time. And until next workshop again, please, guys, help us share this. Make sure you share this video, this workshop, so that more people get to know about it. And before we leave, we just want to say big thank you to the community fund for supporting this project, for making it come true. And again, till the next workshop, we're saying bye bye. Bye.